Yo, what is good with you guys today, man? Today, I'm gonna be talking about one of my favorite movies, Tron Legacy. And some could even call it a comfort movie, if you will. I can actually remember watching this when it came out in theaters literally 12 years ago. Wow, getting old. But I can just remember when I saw it, it was one of the coolest things that I ever saw, I'm not gonna lie to you. Then after I saw the first one that came out in the early 80s, I was thinking, wow, technology has come so far, because I remember when I was little watching like the original, I was like, yo, this sucks. But hey, maybe for its time, it was pretty cool, but I ain't gonna lie, when I watched it, it wasn't it. So yeah, let's get started. Yeah, so I really like the way the movie starts. We get a flashback to where Flynn is talking to Sam, our main character of the movie, about 20 years or so in the past. And I'm sorry, man. I'll say this. When I was younger, the DA's Jeff Bridges didn't really bother me, honestly. I didn't even really notice from what I really remember. But my God, this is really distracting. And the movie quite literally just started. I don't know how I'm going to get through this, guys. Oh, and I love this line.
We're always on the same team.
But when his dad never comes back, Sam runs away, and now he's a dog now. Wow, okay. That was fast. By the way, I just love my main character's name, Sam. I don't know, it just brings back great memories. You know what I'm talking about. So then we get this nice scene of him breaking into the Incom Tower and hacking their new system. And this whole sequence is a pretty nice start to the movie. It shows that Sam is just not just a rich guy sitting on his ass all day, but is extremely proficient in coding and tech, just like his dad. I love that little tidbit, you know? It's pretty cool. A little unrealistic, kinda, maybe. But, you know, I still like it. And some would even say he's a little OP. I love when Sam is explaining to the security guard that it's him and this is not what his dad's company should be. And then he jumps off the roof like a badass. But then when you think he's about to get out of there, the cops get him. Damn. So as soon as he gets in jail, he gets right out. Sheesh, that's money right there. Then we see his awesome house. Like, I'm being completely honest when I say that I would love to live here. Looks so cozy, man. So peaceful. Beautiful. But then Alan, this guy, who's close with Sam's dad and comes in to set him straight. Well, not really. He just wanted to tell Sam that he got a page from his dad's old arcade. I don't know why he still has this, but hey, his hope is still intact. But hey, I'm not gonna lie, I would believe Alan too if he just got a page from somewhere that hasn't been in commission for 20 years. Like, yeah, sign me up. The arcade, and it looks all old and beat up. For some reason, I really like this game, and I would love to game here, honestly. I don't even go to arcades, but I would definitely game here. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Anyway, he finds a legendary Tron game, and it looks to be dents on the floor, and conveniently opens the way to a secret passage. And I wonder why no one else has seen this. I don't know. I feel like as they were like cleaning up and putting the little plastic over all the games, I feel like they would have saw that dent on the floor. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking a little bit too much into it, but whatever. Nah, who cares? No time for that. Sam finds the desk and codes his way into the game, and now we have our movie. All I can say, I love the visuals in this entire film. Like, they still hold up. Well, most of them. But now Sam is finally in the grid, and it still looks awesome. It's so dark. It's also beautiful as well. And the music. And he gets there, and, you know, he's extremely confused. But, you know, Clue's Army will help him right out with that. And they take him. So, yeah. He gets taken to judgment to see if he'll play in the games, and he does. But by the way, this guy is describing it. I wouldn't want any parts of the games. Oh, wait. And neither does he. Damn, R.I.P., man. We see this cool scene of these women dressing Sam and getting ready. Man, I'd love to be on the grid. I don't know, man. But I'm not gonna lie. I would not want to be in these games, though. Ever since I watched this, I'm like, yeah, I'll just be a chill little program watching the games, because I want no part of that. Oh, and I don't know if I'm just not seeing this, but I feel like I am. But I notice that any type of dialogue scene, or if there's not something extremely cinematic happening, then it'll just be a regular aspect ratio. But when any action or anything epic happening, or when it goes to like the grid, then it goes back to IMAX, and it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, like the IMAX look in this movie is really, really cool. Anyway, we finally see him entering the games, and they look extremely epic. And we see him fight his first opponent, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty entertaining still. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as cool as I remembered it being, but it was still really nice to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. And like I said earlier, he's a tad bit OP because he just starts mowing down these guys like he done this before. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I guess. He even gets this guy killed, and he's not even fighting him. Man, that's so sad. But all that comes to a halt when he faces the absolute GOAT, Rinsler. Yes, sir. And when he sees him, he knows he fucked up. He's completely outmatched the entire fight, and I love this shot right here, by the way. But he sees that he bleeds, so he concludes that Sam is a user. So he brings him up to CGI Jeff Bridges. Man, this is really getting on my nerves. And then he learns that this madman is Clue. What a badass name, by the way. So Clue wants to play with him a little. Pause. So he brings him to the grid, and the introduction that his subordinate gives him is quite honestly epic, while also being extremely hilarious. I won't lie to you, I was dying laughing this entire time he was speaking. After he gets introduced, he tells Sam that they will be on the light cycles, and I love Sam's reaction to doing this. Like, oh yeah, this is me. And man, the visuals again are fucking awesome. The whole light cycle combat is pretty cool. I've always loved how the programs just shatter into a million pieces when they die. It's pretty awesome. Like, you just get obliterated. But after Sam's whole team gets obliterated, he's got to team up with his last one, and they do a pretty good job until he dies. I kind of like this guy. But I always love how Sam thinks that this is the defining moment in the story. Like, no. We got about an hour left in this movie, pal. We got a lot more development for you to go through. Then we see the light cycle that I would most want in this movie save him. Because Korra's light cycle is pretty awesome. Like, this whole little tank shit, pretty fucking cool. Then we meet Korra. Come to think of it, I don't know if I like that name anymore. The Legend of Korra kind of broke me. But anyway, she takes him to his dad's hideout and it looks pretty cool. Like, I would love to live here too. 2 out of 2 guys. And the moment where they see each other is really wholesome and sweet. It's just really well done, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it still gets to me, man. Ain't nothing like a good father-son story, you know? It just works. Sam wants to catch up with his dad, like, nah. We can wait until dinner. I'll be like, yo, I haven't seen you in 2 decades. I'm trying to talk now, goddammit. But, hey, whatever. Anyway, they have dinner, and it's pretty awkward for a minute. But his dad's asking him all these questions, and Sam really wants nothing to do with any of these. So he just wants to know why his dad never came home. So, he gives him the answer that he wants. He explains why he never came, and I'm not gonna lie. Being ambushed by your literal clone and being betrayed by your friend is pretty damn good excuse, so yeah, you got me there. So my man Sam isn't trying to spend the rest of his life on the grid, so he's trying to devise a plan to get them out. And while it's pretty irrational, I'm on board with it. Well, I do also respect Flynn's philosophy in removing oneself from the equation. I love the Zen thing. Real Jeff Bridges. So yeah. So Korra sees that Sam is distraught, so he points him in the direction of a man who used to fight with the users, Zeus. What an odd choice to name this man. But anyway, Sam takes his dad's unbelievable light cycle back onto the grid. Then he just gives it away. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not just giving the greatest light cycle ever invented in this world away to this guy to just get apprehended in 3 minutes. But whatever. But then he sees this girl again. Her name is
Gem.
Okay, gotcha. Gem helps Sam find Zeus, and man, I would say that I am loving the club that he runs. Very groovy, very hip, you know? Very stylish. I like it. And the guy's acting is hilarious. It's not like he's doing a bad job or anything. It's just really funny to me. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of always annoying me that people were looking at for Zeus and he's the man that you want to talk to before you see him. But when I was a little kid, I was like, yo, this is literally Zeus right here, guys. Like, yeah. No one just looks like that and isn't important. But anyway, like the slime ball that he is, he double crosses Sam, and now we get a cool little fight scene with Korra coming back in the mix. I feel like this probably should have killed her. Whatever. Anyway, then we see God himself, the creator. I've always thought that this was so cool because just imagine that you saw actual God just coming to your establishment. Like, this is exactly what that is. Awesome. But on their way to escape, Flynn gets his disc stolen. Damn it. So now they have to conjure up a plan to get it back. While they are, Sam learns that Korra is an ISO. Pretty cool. I like how after all this time that they finally found Flynn's hideout. Like, Jesus, man, it took you this long to find it? Man, whatever. And I love all the flashbacks with Clue and Flynn, like the entire movie. They all look pretty cool. Like the whole a sequence of Flynn creating Clue, it's, I don't know, man. It's just, so cool. I'm telling you, man, the scenery for this whole movie just looks really nice. Like, yeah, most of it is CG, but it still looks pretty cool. I don't know why it's just now coming into my head that Sam is falling in love with the artificial intelligence. I don't know, it seems real Blade Runner to me. So they're coming up on Clue's hideout that they didn't know was there. I kind of feel like Flynn should have known that this was there. I mean, he's been meditating this whole time, so the universe didn't tell you that you were heading into danger? So they're in the hideout, or whatever you want to call this concoction. Oh well, by the way, Clue got the disc from Zeus. Yeah, I know, what a surprise. Anyway, he's holding a huge meeting for the programs to merge into the real world. Yeah, I don't know why. I never really thought about this, but this deep. But if I'm being honest, even with Clue's army, I truly do not see him standing a chance in the real world with all the weapons at our disposal. Maybe I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. But guys, I was really thinking about this. Maybe a little bit too much. So they sneak in, and by the time, Korra sacrifices herself. What a G. And Flynn finally sees Tron, and man, he couldn't look more badass. After she gets captured, Sam goes to try to save her, and boy does he. But I would not lie, some of this dialogue is a little sketchy from what I remember.
I'm not a program. My name is Sam Flynn.
Man, I hope it's just not me getting old. I really hope not. So he gets his dad's disc, and they're off to the races. Oh, and RIP to this guy right here. So now we're at our climax. This is a very good end of the movie. It's still very exciting to see, even after some years. We get Sam being a badass right here, and Cora manning the helm, and, you know, them just being caught up too. But when things get shaken up, Rinsler has a chance to take the shot, but of course, like the movie wants him to, he'll suddenly get a flashback as to who he was. So he doesn't take it, but Clue does. And almost has them, but then he fights for the users and saves them. So now they're pretty much home free. But Tron is dead now. Pain. I wouldn't mind getting a Disney Plus show just about Tron. I mean, if the Emperor can live from this. I think Tron will be just fine falling into an ocean. Oh, and blue looks great on him, by the way. So now with the portal in sight, we get Flynn telling a great soliloquy about how perfect is unattainable, but it's always right in front of us every single day. And I think that's just an amazing message to pretty much anyone who watched this. Young, old, to any, like, really honestly, anyone who watches, like, I wholeheartedly believe that. So Clue gets tricked and Flynn turns the grid into complete nothingness. Man, I've always loved how this looks. He just, like, turns it into complete literal nothingness. Like, he just destroys it all. Now they're back in the real world and head off into the sunset. And man, I was really looking forward to a sequel when I saw this, because I definitely thought that we were getting one. I saw some concept art and everything, but sadly that will never happen. So guys, I'll say that I still really enjoyed this movie, and I would say that I didn't quite enjoy it as much as I used to, and that's completely fine. I just really wanted to talk about this movie that I have like a real connection to, because for a while, like I said earlier, I would say that this is my comfort movie, you know. So anyway, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, honestly, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.